Transform yourself for a better tomorrow through our videos. Basically, we are comprised of something gross, something fine, and something which is super fine. Our physical body is gross, material, matter form, and easily perceivable. Next is prana, which is finer than physical body but grosser than mind. Prana manifests in both gross and fine forms. All our physical movements, functioning of all our organs and senses are an act of prana. Respiration, digestion and all activities including thought generation happen only due to prana. Mind is finer than prana but grosser than intelligence body. Mind is very fragile and always on the move. It is believed that it is the mind which generates thought and brain is a control power for all body functions. Mind is master of 5 senses and also brain. It is the mind which kindles ego. Material, subtle. The next in the hierarchy is intelligence. This discriminates between good and bad. This is the trait which makes human beings special, and keep constantly advising mind. It is finer than mind but gross compared to soul. Material, subtle. The highest in the order is Atman, or soul, which is immaterial, maybe superfine material, which is witness and all others work for the sake of this entity. Anchoring is taken by all the above with soul which is self-effulgent while others are not. This is our true nature. Let us see what is the power of concentration. Concentration is an act of focusing your attention on something of interest or a need. We know very well that mind is highly volatile and practicing of concentration is a process of taming the volatility of one's own mind. In other words, concentration is used to control mind to get desired results. Control of mind is an essential element of success. In essence, we are dealing with concentration of mind itself. Refer part 7 of my videos for details on mind. However, concentration of mind is only a first step to start with. Once concentration is achieved to a reasonable level, the concentration must be made to flow on the subject or an object of focus, and this act is known as meditation. Duration of this continuous flow depends on the level of practice and the willpower. Generally, it is advocated that concentration of mind is achieved through focus on breathing to start with and then focusing on subtler aspects such as prana through pranayama. To me, it is a different experience. My focus is on cosmic resonance, supposedly, and focus on the same has been giving me excellent results. I would rather say it is the sound of silence. Intent listening of this vibrates prana. It is neither vocal nor instrumental, but it is a natural sound which one can listen in absolute silence. My first experience with this sound is around 40 years back when I entered a hotel room which was very silent. The moment I unlocked the door and stepped in during night time, I heard this sound and I stayed a couple of minutes attracted by this sound. Then I ignored the same and was involved in my routine. I used to hear this sound when I was alone in house or rooftops often. Thereafter, when I started my spiritual journey, listening to this sound has become a regular affair. Now, if we see the purpose of concentration, it has many benefits in our day-to-day life. Improving efficiency, health, wealth by way of business, career improvement and many other activities. One must develop an aptitude to give importance to whatever he's doing at that time. That means sleeping is important at the time of sleeping, eating is important at the time of eating, and enjoying is important at the time of enjoyment. I recollect an incident of a boy jumping 1 foot above his seat at the commencement of a familiar song in a movie, and I was sitting next to him. This shows the level of excitement in his enjoyment. I was enjoying his enjoyment also while watching the movie. We also see people weeping and laughing loud in synchrony with television serials or in theaters. So to say, it shows the level of involvement of those people in that activity. Coming to the spiritual angle, concentration is the first step towards realization. The whole purpose of concentration and meditation is to wake up the heart within and also raise our level of awareness to know our real nature or true identity, thereby achieving liberation, or mukti as we call it. The process involved in achieving liberation is outlined in part 5 of videos. Waking up our heart transforms ourselves and we become more aware of the concept of universal brotherhood. Human body is an instrument to achieve this. Only human body is blessed with this coveted mechanism. The picture of concentration is given in part 10 of my videos. Let us understand the fundamental principle of diversity in life. As an analogy, utilities are taken for example. There are utilities such as a tape recorder, TV, grinder, fan, and a refrigerator. A tape recorder is built with a mechanism to play songs and record them. Even though it has a full mechanism built in, it requires an internal power source like battery or external power source of electricity to perform its intended function. Once electricity enters into the tape recorder, it starts playing songs and executes other intended functions. Once the power goes, it stops functioning. The same electricity when it enters TV, it starts performing the functions of TV, and when it enters refrigerator, it performs functions of a refrigerator. Electricity being same, it performs variety of functions depending upon the mechanism it is entering into. If the mechanism is faulty or electricity is not there, in both cases, the equipment will not function. In the same way, soul is a common entity, the finest prana, which we call it as pranam, in Telugu, is an apparent manifestation of soul, which when enter into a snake body, mechanism at cell level, it lives as a snake, when it chooses to enter body of fish, and it becomes a fish. So is the case with human being. This is the principle of universal brotherhood. Like electricity comes from a powerhouse and makes all utilities function in our home, individual soul, Jivatma, comes from universal soul, Paramatma, and displays the grandeur of our universe. If you like this video, please subscribe.